Hello all, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a long time, and I have an excuse, but it's coming in a future video, so there will be a full tour of the building that I'm standing in coming up, hopefully sooner than later. But what I wanted to do is I've had a couple questions on fittings, gas or liquid, or whatever you want to call it, but I have finally found a good setup that I like, and so I wanted to make a video on it to give a little more detail what that is. So in past videos I had switched to the Duo-Tight system, and I'm going to pan over here just quickly. I don't want to spoil the tour by showing too much. But what your Duo-Tight is going to be is a variety of plastic fittings. These are almost 100% plastic, and there's these little teeth down in here that grip the Duo-Tight line. What I've used is the I forget what it's called, but it's the beverage-specific kind of plasticky style line. And you can get two different inner diameters, one that is intended to slow down liquid because it's a little bit smaller diameter, one that's for gas. You can use the same diameter either way. It doesn't really make a difference in my experience. But you do want to match up your outer diameter, which for me is 5/16 or 8 millimeter, is a lot of what I'm using. So you'll have all these different fittings. Anyway, I don't want to spend much time on those because to me these have not worked out very well at all. They break, you can over tighten them and strip them out pretty easily. They're leaky, and they're overpriced for what they are. So instead, what I have switched to, I don't think I have any in this drawer because they're all in use, but what I have switched to is a push-to-connect, and I'll put links to all of this, but a push-to-connect style from Amazon. And what I'll show you here is on one of my outlines, so my beverage lines, here's my torpedo flare, 1/4-inch flare, and then this goes to a flare to 1/4 NPT adapter, and that comes with a little copper sealing washer that goes in where your plastic washer would normally go. And then I have, maybe overkill, but I've used gas Teflon tape to seal that connection, and that goes to the 1/4 NPT to 5/16 or 8 millimeter push to connect. And the nice thing there is that this is a lot more metal going on than those plastic. It's all metal threads. I believe in this case it is a plastic seal right here where this black sealing ring is at. I haven't had any issues with that. It's a lot more robust than the Duo-Tight. And there is an even simpler route that you can go. And this works for liquid or gas. I'll show you here. So here's my liquid, but if I pan over, where's my gas? Right here, actually. So exact same thing. It's just, you can see there, that's an in. And this will work on the torpedo or just your standard, where do I have one? Your standard cheaper connector here, same difference. This is also flare, but the way that you can get by even more simply is, I'll come back over here, they do make a torpedo, I can't think of the name of these, coupler, that is direct to 1/4-inch pipe, and so you can skip this connector altogether and go directly to the 1/4-inch. There is also a couple different listings on this fitting, this 1/4 NPT to push to connect, that is all metal, at least based on the photos. I don't have one. I have not purchased one to actually confirm that. But regardless, if you were to go with a 1/4 NPT coupler, again, can't think of the name right now, you could avoid one fitting here. So you would just have one fitting straight off of the keg, and you're good to go. The reason I love these is simplicity. They don't leak in my experience. Where in the past I had kegs, I take that back, I had tanks of CO2 leak overnight. I battled that for probably 6 months with a variety of different fittings. I tried barbs with hose clamps. I then switched to the Duo-Tight, had issues, then switched to this, and this is the first time I haven't had any issues. And I'll show you on the other end what I'm doing. So this is my 4-keg regulator, and here what I've done is the fittings here are also 1/4 NPT, but then I've gone with a 1/4 male NPT that threads into those regulators direct to push to connect right there, and same on the inlet on the right side there, and the same on my tank right out of the regulator there. So that's all very simple. It works well, and in this case I'm cleaning my jockey box for a party this weekend, and so I needed a gas jumper. So all I do is push this and pull the hose out from my regulator I just showed you, and then pull one of these off of the keg, push it in, and I'm good to go. And if you're worried about it, technically what you should be doing is each time you make a connection and then undo it, they want you to cut that damaged portion of the line off. Because when you do that, the little teeth in those push to connect make a little bite on the line, and it leaves just a little bit of a rough surface. So ideally you should cut off a little bit and then insert that new clean section of line into the connector. But that's a heck of a lot easier. This system is just a quick in and out. You can make jumpers and undo them and do whatever you want, and it's toolless, where I have tons, back when I was using vinyl line all over the place, I have tons of fittings. Here's one, here's one, here's one, where that little section of line I just had to cut off, and then you have to take a razor blade and cut this and peel it off and heat it up to slide on a new one. Huge pain. So this is the best way that I've found at the moment. So anyway, if you have any other questions about that, I can try to answer those in the comments or make another video if needed. And again, a tour of the new building that I'm standing in will be coming up hopefully in the near future. So stay tuned. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and we'll see you on the next video.